building castles in the sky. Always dreaming, dreaming. Gave up on sleeping, feeling like I'm high on fever. You know I'm building castles in the sky.
Hello, 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 everyone, everyone. Welcome to Bayou Sugar Garden. I am Bayou Sugar, and I thank you all for joining me today. I just want to say happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday. And we're going to continue to talk more about medicinal herbs today. I know y'all used to catching me on the weekend, but we're going to get it in today because I got time today. I got time today. I got time today. So let's get the preliminaries out the way. Out the way. If you haven't already, that like button, go ahead and share out the live just in case YouTube has not notified people that I am live and they may want to catch it. Go ahead and also feel free to comment while you are here. This is an open discussion. We are learning together. So, whatever information or questions you have, please feel free to put them in the chat. Um, Live here, catching me live in person. I thank you. I appreciate you for being here. If you're catching a replay, I appreciate you as well. Hello to all of you who are in the bushes. I appreciate you all as well. Also, if you're catching a replay, please leave me a comment. I do read my comments and I respond back. Currently, we're live on YouTube and Facebook. For whatever reason, Instagram didn't connect today, so it's okay. It's all good. We can do two. And we're going to just continue our discussion on medicinal herbs and go over a few um, herbs today. And if you guys have any herbs that you would like to add for us to research, you can always email me at bayousugargarden@gmail.com. It is spelled just like that at the bottom corner of the chat. Let me see if I can put that in here just in case you guys want to email me, like if you have questions or any herbs that you want us to research, or if you have any research information to share, you can always do it here in the chat or send it via email. Let's type that in. I can't spell right now. Okay, let's see if we can get that to show. All right, so the email is scrolling at the bottom of the page. If you would prefer to send the uh, herbs that you want me to research and add to our list, you can do that, or you can put it here in the chat as we are live, or in the comments if you'd like to. If you put it in the comments, be sure to at me. But I usually read my comments, so I'll see it. But just to make sure I see it, at me in the comments. So let me speak to a few people who have took out their time to join me today. D Bud Files, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Shirley, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And kiss the grandbaby, great grandbaby for me. TZ, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. One time for TZ. Associate Minister and Reserve Deacon, Mr. Terry Jones, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. TZ says, I'm working, listening from the bushes. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Miss Shirley say, in the bushes, watching the grandbaby, listening. Yes, ma'am. I know you gotta watch her. You say she getting around now. So giving you a run for your money a little bit. Drell's Healing, Guarded, and Journey. Welcome in, Drell. Thank you for being here. If you guys haven't subscribed to Drell, make sure you check her out. She does talk about a lot of herbs, and she has a story to tell behind her. So if you're not connected with Drill, I implore you to run over there, hit that subscribe button, and turn on your notification bell so that you won't miss any of that good information she is sharing. She is one of those people who's not just teaching the information and finding it, but she's actually using it, applying it to her life. So you guys go ahead and follow her and subscribe to her. Also, guys, remember when you are here, you are always welcome to type SHUGA in the chat, just as Miss Shirley did, and Nightbot will drop your link. So, guys, make sure you do that so we can connect with each other. Peggy, not Peggy, bro. I saw the pink and thought it was Peggy. Perfection Bacon, also known as Diversity Love. Welcome in. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Then down goes my little quadtree. I put in a different spot trying to help her out, but I think I'm gonna have to turn her around where I got her. One time for those who in the bushes, everybody in the bushes, I appreciate y'all. Oh, no problem, Drill. Y'all, let me pick up this low quadtree for I don't know how I'm gonna sit her. I'm gonna sit her over here behind me. But if she fall on my head, y'all don't laugh at me. I'm gonna put her behind me. Hold on. She got something to lean on both ways. If she falls, she'll either fall on me or she'll fall that way. But I got the chair over there. I was trying to move and put her in some sun because I had her over here, this side of me, but not much sun. So this should be better. This should be pretty good. Yep, should be pretty good. Okay. All right, guys. Let's see. Stress says I'm working in the garden this rising, but hope you all having a great, amazing day. Yes, ma'am. Be careful out there. Don't stay out there too long. When it get too hot, get on in the house. Get on in the house. So, y'all, we're going to go over some herbs today. And Mr. Terry is reminding you guys to make sure you hit that share out your link and type sugar in the chat so that Nightbot can drop your link. So let me share my screen with y'all. All right, we are ready to go. So this is our spreadsheet. Yesterday when I was sharing the spreadsheet, guys, I don't know why the one that I opened up was not showing everything that we had did, but the one that I posted on my community tab, it was up to date. It showed the ones that we were doing at the time we were doing and the old ones. So we good. Didn't lose any information. For whatever reason, it wasn't showing it on my end, but it's here. We got everything here. So if you guys missed it yesterday, my Renaissance grandma was on the show Miss T with the T yesterday morning, and she was talking about herbs. And one of the particular herbs that she mentioned was berberine. And that's the first one we're going to go over today. I have it written here on my list. And I have a video to go with it. Here we go. Berberine. If you missed the episode, go back and catch it. She has some great information that she shared. Excuse me. That you really need to know. Make sure I didn't miss anyone before I go and press play. Sylvia Fit, never quit. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I came inside from the garden just in time to catch you live. Yes, it's about time for y'all to wind it down. Y'all got a good 30 more minutes before it gets too hot. P. Wilson says, "Good afternoon, everyone. I'm in the bushes as well. A minute. Oh, what? Yeah, it's been a while since I. Welcome in, Tappers Creek Homestead and more. Thank you for being here. I saw you on Miss T live this morning. You popped up. I say she looking better. Make sure you're getting your water in. Make sure you're getting your potassium. I hope you got your bananas and stuff. Keep you together. Keep you out the hospital. So I hope you continue to feel better. And we'll always continue to say, yes, I gotta get me some berberine. Tara for letting me know that you can hear me and see me. I appreciate it. I forgot to ask that, so thank you so much. The Wickershire Project Off Grid, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I know you out there in the garden. You got less than 30 minutes, then you got to get in the house. It's too hot. It's too hot. I think it's already 90 in the 90s here where I am, but it's cloudy today where I am. So I got a little sprinkle here and there, but I'm not sure. Tim says, I'm here at home drawing and painting now. Oh, okay, good. Get you some rest, girl. You had to get up early. All rain here for the next few days. Okay. So that means you inside for the next few days. You might be able to go peek out. But when the rain stops, y'all know that's miracle water right there. When the rain stops, boy, them plants gonna be huge. The progress on those are gonna be awesome. What did I just do? Anywho, let's get to our first herb. Share the video as soon as it loads. Let me make sure y'all can see it before I press play. Yes, it's working. Wigglyshire says great boost for the new plants. Yes, definitely. Great boost. Perfection Baker says, I have something I find helpful for hot days, a portable sonic mist humidifier which evaporates and cools immediate areas. It's also good for moisturizing natural hair and removing makeup. Okay. Thank you for that information, Perfection Baking. For some reason the plants put on a few inches after a good natural rain. Man, I don't know what's in it, but I will be intrigued to know what is in rain that makes plants do that. But it's amazing. It's amazing. Especially after it rain and then overnight it's like they just shoot up. And especially after you fertilize, that's why I like to fertilize in the evening. Cause I can when I'm fertilizing I look and see what they look like. And then when you get up in the morning, the next day you go out to check, it's like they just sped up their growth and they look totally different. So and it's very encouraging because sometimes growing could be slow and you want to see some progress of what you're doing. So yeah. All right, y'all. Let's what was I where's the tab I was sharing? This one. Let's see if I can
The history of herbs. Berberine. Berberine is a bioactive compound that can be extracted.
hold on y'all because let me start that over. I was trying to make it bigger so y'all could see. I'm getting it, y'all. All right.
The history of herbs. Berberine. Berberine is a bioactive compound that can be extracted from several plants, including a group of shrubs in the genus Berberis. The dried fruit of Berberis has a traditional Chinese and Ayurvedic medicine, where it as alkaloid can be found in the stem, bark, roots, and rhizomes of the plants. It has a deep yellow color and has been used as a natural dye. In traditional China, naturally treat diabetes for centuries. Has a long history for use in managing bacterial gastroenteritis. In one study, berberine was found to help lower blood glucose. This can help with type 2 diabetes, including diabetic cardiovascular disease and diabetic neuropathy. Thank you for watching The History of Herbs, brought to you by dherbs.com.
Okay, guys, so that's just echoing information that my Renaissance grandma shared with us as well on yesterday. And so I added that to our chart, and we are going to add the information to our spreadsheet along with the information that my Renaissance grandma shared with us. I will also add that video from Miss T's page to the channel. I mean, not to the spreadsheet. Let's see. I want to say I saw a recipe for that here in this book that I have. I didn't mark it yesterday and my book fell. So I'm going to find it and I will add it here. We'll have a recipe of what you can use berberine for. Yep. It's in here somewhere, but I just didn't mark it. Let me see. A, B, C, D. I will link that in the spreadsheet after the chat so that we can have that. But the video we just watched is in the chat for you guys, for your viewing pleasure. Let's see. Wickenshaw says, all we have left to plant is a mega epic season of this mega epic season. It's the candy roasted squash. A lot of people are planting it. And a few more vining veggies once the cattle panels get installed. Oh, y'all all getting to the finish line. RLM Herbal Ideas, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. She says rain lacks fluoride and chlorine. Hmm. So what you telling us, RLM? That's why the plants love it so much, and it gets that boost. No lag, no echo. Thank you, Mr. Terry. Just gifted. Welcome in. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. I am doing just fine. Just gifted. How are you? I hope you're doing great as well. Okay, so guys, yesterday we did um nasturtium and we found out that the nasturtium officinale is watercress. And we put that information on our tab, and I told you I'll come back and give you the information for the nasturtium that we are all most likely growing in our garden. That's this one here, if you can see it on our list. I'm not going to even try to pronounce it, but you can see it here on the screen. So that one, I couldn't find a video, but I did find a lot of information on it, and most of the information that don't tell me I closed it out. Wow. Let me see if I open it. Okay, it's still here. Most of the information that I found, it kind of echoes the same thing for that we have for the officinalis. So I'm gonna just say nasturtium tea. So the officinalis, this is the one, aka watercress, that we did yesterday. And the one we're gonna do today, I have it listed right up under there. And I'll tell you guys the information that I found with that. It kind of echoes it, but it does have some properties and things that stands out. So for the leaves, we all know that's this one. This is the one that we're talking about. Nasturtium. So for the leaves, for that one, you can eat that one raw. It's very nice on its own, they say, or you can use it for salads. So you can do this one as well, like the other one. It is rich in vitamin C, and the flowers, when they are raw, you can use them as well as ornament to garnish your salad bowls, or you can eat them as well. And they're saying that the flavors for this one is kind of peppery as well, like a hot watercress, just like the other one, the officinalis, a little spicy one. So the seed pods, if you eat you can eat the young seed pods of this one. We're talking about this one. You can eat the young seed pods of it. Let me pull a picture up so y'all can see as I'm talking about it. Click it, click it, click it. Share my tab so y'all can see. So yeah, that's that one, the one that we're talking about right now. So the seed pods. So we found out that we can eat the flowers and the leaves. Now the seed pods, you can eat them when they are young. Um, they're a little bit more spicier than the flowers and the leaves. Um, they say you can use these as a substitute for capers. So if you don't like capers, you may like nasturtium seed pods, right? Um, but you pickle those and then use them for capers, so that would be good. Also for the seeds, you can have them raw or cooked. So they say for the seeds, the mature seeds, you can ground them into a powder and use them as a substitute for pepper. So if you can't digest pepper, I know a lot of people have ulcers and stuff like that. Um, this may be a good substitute for pepper if you can't tolerate pepper. All right. As far as medicinal purposes, it could be used as a disinfectant, a wound healing herb, also an expectorant to relieve chest congestion. All parts of the plant are antibiotic, and if you infuse the leaves in something in a medium, it is used to increase resistance to bacteria. Also, it is used to clear your nasal. passages. That's just what we was just talking about, an expectorant and chest relief, um, and bronchial secretions. So same thing as the other one. It reduces the amount of mucus forming, and it stimulates you to cough, so you cough up the phlegm. All right, the leaves are antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic, a diuretic, expectorant, a laxative, and a stimulant. So this plant has a lot of um, medicinal functions. Let's see, I'm trying to skip over the scientific stuff and explain it to y'all. It has anti-cancer properties as well. It treats genital urinary diseases, respiratory infections, scurvy, poor skin. If you have some hair conditions, it helps with that. Listen at this. It can be used as an antiseptic wash, and it could be used as a treatment for baldness. Now I'm gonna do some more research on that and see how is nasturtium used to treat baldness. I'm curious to know. It can be used to treat minor skin injuries like cuts, scrapes, bites, stuff like that, and skin eruptions. If you have like pustules or papules or boils or something on your hand, you can use the nasturtium for that. I think that's all I wanted to share with you. Oh no, it's something else that I want to share. So this part is not medicinal, but I think it's helpful to us. When I read over it, it was saying that nasturtiums help decrease, helps us to fight against aphids in your garden. So what it says is the growing plant attracts aphids away from other plants. So aphids love nasturtiums. And oh wait, I interpreted this wrong. They don't love it. Wait, it says the growing plant attracts aphids away from other plants. Okay, so it's not aphids don't love nasturtiums. Aphids are repelled from nasturtiums. So if they see the little flowers, if they see the orange flowers, the red flowers, whatever colors, it deters the aphids. So if you got a nasturtium planted next to um, something in your garden, the aphids won't touch whatever's next to it because it'll see those bright colors from the nasturtium flowers and fly over it. So nasturtiums are a good way to have them in, a good thing to have in your garden. I would suggest that you put it in pots because it could be invasive if you put it in the ground. But it is a great deterrent for aphids. So supposedly in research it says that when the aphids see the flowers, they fly over the area where they see the flowers. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, guys. So that's I wanted to share that with you guys about the aphids. They say you can also use the aphids to make an insecticide. You infuse the leaves and soak them. Infuse the leaves in soap flakes, and that's how you make the insecticide. Let me see if he got the spelling out. Let me see if I can say tropaeolum. 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 I tried. I tried, Rukishar. He said, I get nerdy with the benefits of how rainwater functions. What's going on, David Corey with the crowd? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. And Miss Shirley shared this information with us as well. So, y'all, we just reviewing this. But I wanted to make sure that I stress the difference in what we were talking about because yesterday I didn't know watercress was also as nasturtium. So I think thanks to Wickeshaw for pointing it out, I wouldn't have known, and most of us would not have either. So we appreciate you, Wickeshaw. Rainwater 101, typically the purest form of water when from high up in the atmosphere. It will bind with other airborne contaminants as it descends. The benefits is pH scale is around 5.0 ish. Okay, so it is basically neutral. It's not acidic or basic. It's basically in the middle. So it's a good grade of water, better than what we have. And it probably, since you say it binds with things in the air, probably things that our water, that's things in the atmosphere that our water don't have that the plants need. So that makes sense. Everyone is speaking. So rain is highly ionically charged. Plants love this. Hmm. We know most plants, not all, benefit from an acidic form of water, allowing nutrient uptake. Yeah, most of them. Hey, Cece, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Welcome in, Ten. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Cece says she was working and listening. Hope you have a good day at work, Cece. Everybody is speaking. April Showers, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I was able to catch April Showers live yesterday. I just want to ask you guys to keep her in your prayers, and if you can help her in any way, her apartment where she was living in, they had a fire, and so she's been displaced. So, guys, keep April Showers Network in your prayers. Reach out to her on her community tab. Any way that you can support her, please do so. It will be greatly appreciated. We'll definitely be lifting you up, Miss April. The rain water is always on the acidic side, so acidic rain is a piece. So it's at 4. Okay, fine. Neutral is right. Neutral is 7 because it goes up to 14. Okay, okay, okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was going. It goes up the scale goes up to 10, but it goes up to 14. Right. So neutral would be 7. So rain. The rain is acidic. Oh, these bugs. I had a bee out here earlier. What's going on, Bougie Prepper? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yes, you guys, there is April Showers Cash App if you would like to help her out in any way. Like I said, she's been displaced. They have her in a hotel, but y'all know when stuff like that happen, you basically be on your own. They'll help you for a little while, for a little bit, but after that, you're on your own to figure it out. So I know I heard her in her live say that they were in need of food, and she's currently in a hotel, but she, she needs some hot meals, because in a hotel all you got is a microwave, and maybe you may have hot breakfast, free hot breakfast for that. So yeah, guys, it will be greatly appreciated. Wicked Shower says the reason we get an acid rain is some areas is it combines with sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxide produced from power plants and cars. The rain becomes much more acidic. Okay, so that's a perfect thing for the plants. At the same time, oh, so what I was saying, or at the same time, the I was thinking that the plants are, I mean, not the yeah, the plants, the chemical plants, not the plants that we're growing, the chemical plants, like Wickershire was explaining, are providing, in some ways it's good and it's bad. Good because it's contributing to the rainwater, but bad at the on the other side because some of them, the way that they do some things, handle their waste and byproducts, they don't dispose of them correctly, so then it causes cancer and all of that. So it's not all bad. So there we've learned one thing uh, among many of positive things, that positive effects of a chemical plant is it provides some ingredients in the rainwater for that our plants need. He says he's done nerding. So I did that one, you guys. I wanted to share that one with you. Um, I'll add that information to our spreadsheet once we get off the line. The next one that I wanted to share with you guys is soursop. I know a lot of us were looking for soursop trees if we have not gotten them already. Oh, and let me mention too, before I move on to soursop, I saw figs on our list. So we were doing, we did figs yesterday, and we ran into an obstacle to where it didn't specify which type of fig, um, the information that we were getting, it just said common fig. So I did some research, and what I found was the information that we gathered, the medicinal information that we gathered pertains to the blackjack fig, to that species of fig. So it's the blackjack. So if you look on our spreadsheet, I have that there. It's the blackjack fig. Now, I did see in my research that uh, what is the other, the black mission is kind of similar to the blackjack, but Being that the blackjack fig is more closely related to where figs originally, according to documentation from where figs originally came from, the blackjack fig will be the one most close to the information, medicinal information that we have gathered. So, David says, I have a few soursop trees. And Cece says, yes, I have some soursop seeds, haven't planted them. Says, never heard of a blackjack. What's his name? Iratabe on YouTube. He has a video um showing the blackjack fig. And it's what's that? The fig hunter. Fig hunter also has some information on the blackjack fig. All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead on to soursop. Let me share that information with you guys. Oh, this wind feels so good. Hold up, I didn't say play. I said pause. Turn the volume up. Start it over. Share my tab. All right, guys.
The history of herbs. Soursop. Soursop, also known as graviola, is the fruit of Annona maricata, a broadleaf flowering evergreen tree. It is native to the tropical regions of the Americas and the Caribbean. The fruit is usually called soursop due to its slightly acidic taste when ripe. Ancient peoples have long used its fruit, roots, seeds, and leaves to treat all kinds of ailments, including cancer. It contains compounds with antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. It may help to manage blood sugar and blood pressure. Modern scientists have been studying the plant for 50 years. They see potential promise in graviola. They found it kills cancer cells in test tubes and in animal studies. What they don't know yet is if it works as a treatment for cancer in humans. In one study, graviola leaf extract shrank breast tumors in mice. Other studies looked at the effect of graviola fruit extract on a protein called epidermal growth factor receptor. This protein sits on the surface of cells and helps them grow and divide. Some breast cancer cells have too much, and the cells grow faster and are harder to treat. Graviola blocked the growth of these cells. Graviola contains chemicals that might help not only fight against certain forms of cancer, but certain types of bacteria as well as viruses and parasites. Some people have used graviola for human papillomavirus, bacterial infections, cancer, and many other conditions. But there's no scientific evidence to support these uses at this time. Thank you for watching The History of Herbs, brought to you by dherbs.com.
Okay, y'all. Um, they are saying that they mentioned several times that there's no scientific information for this stuff, but I know several people in real life that can attest, just like the castor oil, that can attest that the soursop does work for different forms of cancer. So, so it does work. Soursop does work. Let's see. Try to see what y'all comments have. David says its other name, CC, is California turkey or black Spanish. Okay, that's for the blackjack fig. Thank you, Mr. Terry. David says yes, soursop is a grapefruit. Is a great fruit. Mice have breasts. He said, I'm done. Uh, I got a kick out of that. David said, yeah, you can milk a rat. Yep, they have to feed their baby, Cece said. Y'all so silly. Y'all are so silly. I'm skipping. I'm skipping. Who did I miss? Sylvia says they say it has not been proven, so we don't investigate further. See, everyone should have a soursop tree. Okay, so in their research, it hasn't been proven, but like I said, if you can talk to people in real life, I know several people personally that have used it, and it has helped them tremendously. It's cancer; these are cancer patients on connected to them in real life on the medical side. You can see I don't know why the information haven't been published, but you can see the test results. Uh, it shows that it works. Why it hasn't been published, I'm gonna say I don't know, but we know. So I would encourage you guys to use the soursop. Yes, my son makes tea with soursop leaf. Welcome in, Elevate Artistry. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. You know, as we know from doing our study, that it's not only just the fruit that you can use, but it's in the leaves as well. As we learned from Miss Linda, the New Orleans gardener, it's the leaves, baby. It's in the leaves. Yes, real life is our experiences. Yes, I would encourage you guys to pay attention to those who have tried these things in real life, because really things that develop in science come from real life experiences. Now, which way they decide to take it and use it is a different story. But the bottom line is what we're trying to get to is the real life experiences to know what happened, to speak, like my mom and them say, get it from the horse's mouth. Because when you do this, he said, she said, things get twisted up and information gets lost, which is why we're doing this series of medicinal herbs to go back and get that information that was lost so that we can have it. There's a guy on YouTube whose goal is to try every fruit in the world. Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. We must remember nobody came out of the room knowing nothing. Yep. An experience is a failure if you didn't learn anything from it. You are so right. And makes you better. That's right, David. It makes you so much better. So much better. Okay, so let me see. The next herb that I have to share with you all is bitter melon. If you guys follow Grow Family Network here, they are here from the Bayou State, Louisiana. Um, Mr. Grow and Bev, they grow bitter melon, they grow soursop, they grow a lot of stuff that technically wouldn't be able to survive in my grow zone in Louisiana. But they do have, the high tunnel where they keep their plants in. Bev's shares a lot of information about the bitter melon and the soursop. So I recommend that you guys go over there and grab some of that information that she's picking up. I mean, that she's putting down, y'all pick it up. So let's do the bitter melon. Give me 1 second and I will share my screen with you guys. All right, here we are. Bitter melon.
History of herbs. Bitter melon. Momodicai chiricea, commonly called bitter melon, is a tropical and subtropical vine of the family Cucurbitaceae, widely grown in Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean for its edible fruit. Bitter melon originated in Africa, where it was a dry season staple food of the coon hunter-gatherers. Wild or semi-domesticated variants spread across Asia in prehistory and was likely fully domesticated in Southeast Asia. It is widely used in the cuisines of East Asia, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. Bitter melon has been used in various Asian and African herbal medicine systems. In the traditional medicine of India, different parts of the plant are used. Studies also show that eating the fruit raw, as a dried powder, or in its juice form may help manage diabetes. This is because bitter melon extract usually has a similar effect as animal insulin. In a 2020 study, 90 participants took either bitter melon extract or a placebo. Those who took the extract had lower fasting blood glucose levels after 12 weeks. More high-quality human-based studies are needed to study the effect of this fruit on the general diabetic population. So don't consider this fruit a replacement for your normal insulin medications if you're diabetic or pre-diabetic. Thank you for watching The History of Herbs, brought to you by dherbs.com.
All right, y'all. So bitter melon, I learned that when I was listening to Grow Family Network. They were talking about how good bitter melon is for those with diabetes. And also wanted to add this information that I also found in addition to the diabetes. The bitter melon also induces menstruation. It is also used to treat ulcers, also used to treat worms. You know, if you eat food and you have those parasites um, that get into your digestive system through the foods, well, bitter melon is good for that. The fruit, oh, it also is good for urinary stones and to treat fever. The fruit juice is taken as a to treat colic. The leaves can be used to treat liver conditions and colitis, and it also can be applied to your skin for skin conditions. And the seed oil is can be used to heal wounds. Okay, for the men, I wanted to mention this. This haven't been found in the U.S., but in some studies in a foreign country, it's shown that bitter melon reduces sperm production. So, guys, you may want to, if you're still trying to pop out some babies, you might want to not do it. But if you don't mind, then you can use bitter melon as a contraceptive. Okay. Okay. You want to be caution when you take bitter melon and not take it for more than 4 weeks. So I would suggest if you are taking bitter melon for diabetes, that you make sure you're doing it under professional supervision. That way, they can monitor, take your blood work, and you'll be abreast of the effects of the bitter melon. Okay? Look at her. I knew she was going to fall on my head. All right, let's see. We must remember some people stand on the broken parts of another person's life because they can't stand on their own. Ooh, Lord, that's heavy. He said, if you want to drop some garden knowledge that might hurt, I can. Let's see. I can explain why a myth is a myth in gardening. Some may get upset. What's the myth? I can see in you. Thank you, Mr. Mr. Terry, for letting me know you guys can hear me and see me. Look, David say, do tell. Look, we listening. Wickenshaw, you are so dramatic. I can see you. He types everything, the antics and everything. Knuckles cracks knuckles. Oh, so companion planting is BS. Okay, I'm intrigued. Why? All plants that grow require nutrient, water, and abundance of microbes working with them. Companion planting only adds competition. I'm going to beg to differ with you on that one because I've seen it work with my own eyes. I'm looking right now at my plants, some of my plants in my garden. It may be some competition, uh, but I think it helps for some plants. It helps more than hurt. Cause yeah, my catnip and basil is flourishing, and my basil and tomato plant, the ones that I have, are doing amazing. So I can agree with you. I 50-50 on that. I think it just depends on which ones you do. Sure, we must remember it's better to give a person the sour truth rather than a sugar coated lie. Definitely. Some people will feed you a lie just to see if you will eat it. Now that's true. Each plant needs its own space. This is the most important thing you can do to grow well. Slow spacing grow guides or follow spacing grow guides. There is a reason. Ask my market gardener that grows and sells food. They refuse to plant too close or mix in species. Makes sense? Yep. The theory behind that makes sense. Flow, follow. Got you. Thanks everyone going to take. All right, Miss April. Have a good day. You are so welcome. So that's yeah, my spiel. There is a with some of those guys, yeah, some I agree with some of it is true, but not I wouldn't agree for all plants. But yeah, there is a reason behind it because it does work for some, but I wouldn't say for all. I hope that gives you some comfort in understanding how the garden works better. Of course, we can do more. We can do more. Bouger. Oh, Bouger is intrigued. See, she say, he's my garden guru. I can see that happening. Yeah, I know peas can take over. Yes, they can. Look, we waiting. Everybody say, do tell, Wickenshaw, do tell, do tell. He's correct on market growing. So radish, peas, legumes, any nitrogen. I know y'all done read this already. I'm so behind. and any nitrogen adding plant. So they do and do not. They use nitrogen while growing and only share once the plant dies and rots. Right. Once you cut it down, then the nutrients goes back into the soil. Plants do need their own space. Uh-oh, we're gonna have to roll inside because the battery is getting low. Let's roll on in, and I'll finish the comments as once we get in. But I think the rain is coming anyway. Those clouds are getting a little darker. We got one more herb to go over, guys. So we're gonna take it to the house, take it in the house, take it in the house. All right, let's get to the power source, and then we can pick up this discussion where we left off. Uh, so while I'm doing that, I'm gonna just say what just came to my head, what I was thinking on Sylvia's comment when she was saying plants do need their own space. Yes, proper spacing is very important. Very important. And my thinking with the companion planting is I look at plants like I look at like if we look at people, like all of us need our own space and all of us need our own area to grow and thrive and have your own personal space. But we do better or we can accomplish more or we can um, have larger results, a better result if we learn how to connect with each other. And that doesn't mean that we necessarily have to be in each other's personal space, you know, but if we learn how to connect with each other and work together, meaning where I am weak, you may have something that I need, and I may have something you need. We learn how to work that out together and communicate to where I give you, and you give me, and we make together. We make each other strong. So that's just my comparison. For that's how I look at companion planting. So like if just saying that if a plant that is lacking in that lacks a certain nutrient or mineral, then you plant another plant, not exactly in that plant's personal space, but in a space to where the other plant that lacks it can get it, so it won't be too far away so that plant can or send roots out to find it in the soil. So that's just my and that doesn't go for every plant. Every plant can doesn't need anything. Some of them can stand on their own, like you said, they don't need it. But they do need their own space to grow. Some of them need the room to grow. I've stated I've started my indoor garden from fruit bought in the store, except for watermelon. They are doing well. Great job, Elevate. So happy for you. Nothing like low battery when you need it, right? This computer, I got it from a cheap place, so the battery don't last long. But it's all good. We prepared. Sylvia says, I do better in my own space. Right, right. In your own personal space. Live live lives use a lot of your battery. Yes, they do. What's going on? F. Smith Welch. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Catch up on these comments and then we go to our next one. So Wicked says, now go watch Pro Garden channels with 500K subs talk some BS. They repeat what was taught to them over and over and write books, right, and sell us garbage. I can do that. I can write. We sure can. And you should. We need much more of the correct information out there to help. Sour stop. Are they really sour? I've never tasted one, Sylvia, so I can't really tell you that it's sour. I could feed tons of knowledge and you never learn anything from it that would help you grow better. Okay, David says, "Tang is sweet. I'm so behind, so behind." Oh, girl, dad, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And Cece said, "Give me some elbow room." Ah. Okay, so here we go. Container gardener. Give me 50, right? 50 feet. He said, issues I have with gardening is info, then processes the science behind it. Is there research or support, or is it what grandma and grandpa did? There's some information don't have science behind it, but it's what grandma and grandpa did, and it worked for them, and then we pick it up and see it works for us. Some things in life don't have, we're not gonna understand, and it's not gonna be an explanation. Some things are gonna always be a mystery to us. But if it works, this is just me. If it works, it works. Why not do it? If it's not hurting anything and it's helping you, it's a lot of stuff that our ancestors did that don't have scientific information behind it, or scientific information kind of dispels it or disproves it or kind of guides you away from it. It doesn't line up with, natural, I would say man's natural knowledge, or the laws of nature or the rules of nature or whatever. A lot of it don't, but some of it do. So I wouldn't say don't discount what our ancestors did, even if sometimes you don't have the information, scientific information to back it up. Especially if you are connected with some people who you have seen it work for them with your own eyes, or you can actually go to the horse's mouth and ask them and see that it works. That's what we're doing with these series, going back and get that information, because a lot of it you're not going to find in the textbook. You're not going to find, just like sour sop, you're not going to find the scientific information behind it because it's not there. But you can look at your auntie that got cancer, got breast cancer, and some old person, grandma or big mama, and told her, get you some sour sop, drink that juice and eat it. Even if you can't eat nothing, do that sour sop. And she do it, and you see her go into remission and live a long time without cancer. So don't discount some of it, y'all. Don't discount some of it just because the information is not there. But use both of them to devise your knowledge. Do your research. I have companion planting going on, so I will see how it works out. Yes, I do it for a lot of my stuff, so it works. The ones that I do it with, my tomato plants, I'm doing it with them. I got basil. I planted basil in ground last year, not knowing how invasive it would be. So right now, I have basil popping up all over my garden, and it works. I look at Miss Linda's garden. Miss Linda does companion planting with her. Most of her companion planting is to combat insects, and her garden looks amazing. She always plants her onions. She always plants her garlic all over her garden. I love people, but they drain me. Right. Everything ain't for everybody. See, you know how it fits for you. So you know you, Sylvia. You know if people drains you, then you know how you need to go about dealing with them. Right, right. So it don't mean that uh, you can't find a way to where you can communicate with them or find the avenue to where you can connect with people differently so that together y'all can have a bigger impact like we do here on YouTube. I mean, people drain you, but we all here combined together for a common purpose, spreading gardening knowledge, and y'all, the impact that we have on certain people is we don't have a clue of how much of an impact we have done in this world. No clue. No clue. So it's a different, you got to look at things differently from a different perspective. Sometimes, it takes you putting on somebody else's eyes and look through it. Sometimes we can't see, but I thank God for our community. We have a whole bunch of different lenses that we can look through, and people provide you with different perspectives, and it's really good. It's really, really helpful because it makes us stronger as this community, and then it grows larger. And as the community grows larger, it's not only just here on YouTube, but it's in real world that we're making an impact on people. So, y'all, we're gonna get back to herbs, but I'm just trying to get through these. It all ties in together. It all ties in together. We must remember communication is a two-way street and not a one-way road. Communication consists of speaking, but most importantly, yes, listening. Yes, yes. Bouger, it may be fine as long as there is enough food, yeah, in the soil for them. Right. When they run out, plants go south fast. Right. So that's the purpose of we don't need our soil to be running out of nutrients, right? If we doing it as we learn about this biochar stuff and feeding your soil, everybody will have enough, right? So that's what we're trying to get back to, how things are in nature. So we won't have to be out there. Our plants won't be suffering and fighting for nutrients. They'll be okay. So that's why we're learning this stuff, y'all. But some plants, like tomatoes and peppers, like to touch leaves together. Right, CC. So like I said, look, they're saying everything ain't for everybody. Plants are just like people. Some of them like to be social. Some of them don't like to be social. Some of them like to be the center of attention. Some of them don't like. It's just different. You just gotta find out what works for that. Like we doing now, doing our research and finding out. I'll make sure I feed them both well. Yes, please, please go easy. You do not want NPK toxicity, right? So all you do is just look at your plants and let them tell you what they want. I underfeed, right? If I have healthy soil, so I agree with that underfeeding because you can always add to if it's not enough. But once it's in there, it's in there. You ain't no taking it out unless you trying to plant another plant to uptake all of that. But then how are you going to tell how much you have overfed, and then be able to say, okay, well, I overfed. There's this percentage of nitrogen in my soil, so I need to plant these many plants. So yeah, it's easier to underfeed because you can always add to, but it's harder to take away. If you're growing compost, a light feeding is fine. Yeah, well, I need to fertilize mine today. I just did it a couple days ago, so it's time. Herb will grow in compost without much help from us. Just damp the soil. Once they pop up, and have some height. Yep, we're learning that with the Planter Herb Garden Challenge. Herbs do not need much. They don't like a lot of water. They don't like to be sitting and drowning in water. So I've learned that with the shower. Because I was watering my herbs just like I was watering my plants, and I was over watering my herbs so it wouldn't germinate, or either they would die because it's too much water. And Planter Garden TV told us that as well. Small fruit plants may need feeding once they flower. Yes, yes, yes. See, they don't like to touch, but they do like to touch. But I only let them hold hands. They can't be all up on each other. They can spread stuff that way. Yes. So you want to make sure it has that airflow. Like my tomato plants that are out there now, they touching, but they ain't like intermingling and hugging and kissing all on each other. They just get a little light touch and tap, just hey girl, how you doing? Just a little touch, just a little tap. You know, that's all they get for now. Let me see. I'm talking to y'all and sharing my list. We'll go back to the list in a few seconds while I go through these comments because I'm so behind. Squash would need a feeding 3 to 4 weeks. Will require watering more often as the fruit bulbs. David say Sylvia the hall monitor. She ain't let nobody. Ain't no kissing. Hey, stop that touching. Scientific info can be overwhelming, making this harder than it needs to be. It can, Boucher. It can. And when it gets overwhelming, just step back from it. Do what you've been doing. Do what you know that works, and then come back to it because it can be overwhelming and it can be discouraging because it's definitely a rabbit hole because it's more than one way to skin a cat, and then you be looking, trying to find out, learning something that somebody doing in a whole nother area that might not work for you. David, that. Oh, she talking to David. I'm all in her business. Yes, this is true. New garden have the worst stress. It does. New soil mixes unsettled and the microbes are working right. Second year, you might need to hit the soil with a dose of nitrogen, feed, and compost. That is true. My my first in ground was last summer, and it struggled. And me not knowing this information, I did put some stuff in my soil, but it wasn't enough to maintain the plants. I was really just gardening for the plants. I wasn't feeding my soil. I was putting stuff to feed my plants. So yeah, it was a lot of deficiency in my soil. Um, I didn't get any tomatoes. In addition to the heat that stopped it, I had undersized watermelons. I did get some, but they were small. The okra did amazing. Corn did amazing, but I could see, the effects of a new garden in some of my plants. Not all of them, but some of them. So, Perfection Bacon says for every medication, be there is a natural source. Correct. Just look up natural remedy for X, whatever medication, on Science Direct or other publications. Yes, there is. I do watch no till, no fertilization, natural rule. I do too. I'll watch them and I try to get there one day. But I don't under. Well, I was gonna say I don't understand. If you have the time to do that, I would have liked to have started my garden that way. But when I started last summer, I I thought I didn't have time, but I could have just used last summer to prepare my ground and then start planting in the fall. But I wanted to start planting last summer. So instead of cutting my grass, putting down the what is it? Putting down the cardboard to kill the grass and the weeds that way, and then planting my rows, I rushed it and did it. It didn't. I didn't. It wasn't bad, but I rushed it and did it. But no till, that's a lot of work, and it takes more than one person to do that. You got to have some help with that. But yep, I'm hoping to get there one day, y'all. Plants are spaced out. They water and mulch, and only use compost. They get an average yield. Yeah, fertilizer run away natural soil benefits. Yes, David, definitely, definitely. Natural soil, you always have what you need. I got you, Wicked. Perfection Baker also says, I find that God is abundant, so there are never just one plant for a cure. Yes, there are multiple sources, right? One might work better for you. Exactly. That's why I said I agree. Everything ain't for everybody. Some information that I might give, some might be receptive to it. Some might find my voice annoying or find my personality sickening, so they may not be able to hear the same information from me, but they may be able to hear from someone else. Same way with medications. It might work different for your body. It might work for you, but not work for me. Same thing with plants. It might taste good to you, might not taste good to me. We must remember men stay outside a lot longer than they do. Kids too. When I look at me, I stayed outside a lot longer. I played outside a lot longer than my kids do now. They observe the patterns in nature and animals' reactions to the patterns of nature. Right. That's how men developed old routines. Yes, definitely, definitely. Ah, he said, I type slower than my brain. Yes, I add onions, garlics, and flowers to my containers, but only one veggie variety. Okay. Yep. Medicine, modern men may opt out of old formulas of gardening and medicine. They definitely opt out of it. When we did our when they when we did our research and we talked about Dr. Vandana Shiva, how they was talking about industrial agriculture. That's modern taking over um the old way of gardening instead of doing it regenerative agriculture. You have to keep container soil fed. Yes, definitely. I can talk about biochar. I might need a coffee for it. The good, the bad, and the neutrality. Yes. I tell you what though, Wicked Shy. So I know you was in my live when I did um we did the study, but I actually made some and I put it in a. I started a tomato in potting soil in a in those seed starters, and once it became a seedling, I uppotted it to a cup, still in potting soil. I want to say once it was maybe the plant was like maybe about maybe about 4 inches tall. I mean, not, yeah, 4 inches tall, something like that. On the live, well, before the live, I uppotted it in garden soil, and I added garden soil and the biochar that I made and my own compost tea. Added that plant with a basil, companion planted it with a basil, and I don't have to water that even though it's in a container. I don't have to water it as often as I usually do my containers. It retains the water really good. I maybe have to water it maybe once a week. And even when I water it once a week, I'm looking at it, it's just the top layer is dry. At the bottom, under that top layer, is still moist. So I just water it just to make the top layer get a little dry, you know. And that plant is, I mean, it's growing so fast and it looks good and the soil looks good. So I can say that the biochar does help to retain the moisture. It does that. Now, as far as nutrients, I have no way to really test the value of the nutrients in the soil, except for just from what my eyes I got. I mean, I got tomatoes growing on it now, so it must be having the nutrients. They said, and he just know this on biochar. There is no standard on making it right. None. Currently being researched, right. We do have basic fundamental knowledge on how to charge it right, but not full documentation on how to apply. Right. Right. You are so right on that. On a certain type of soil may benefit or may take away. Right. If you right about that. I overfed my potatoes, my bone meal bag fell in it. Ooh, ooh, Lord. Yeah, there's a lot. Once it's in there, I mean, you can't take that out. Cause yeah, you can't take that out. I wouldn't even know what to tell you, CC. Never add potash. Way too alkaline. Right, and we'll scab them. Potatoes. Okay, that's for CC. Bougie, you all you have to know to grow is plant to pure age compost. Now, exactly, you do fine. Way backyard garden. Okay, wait. Right, he only used science for teaching my growth of plants. David says wood chips are the truth. Yeah, wood chips are good, especially if you can make your own. It does retain the moisture. It does help. Matter of fact, I need to get some for my blueberries. I think I'm gonna use that instead of pine straw to put on top of it. I'll see. Mulching. He just said that. I'm so behind. Sorry, y'all. Let me see. Never let them into the soil as they work. Oh, they lock up your nitrogen. Okay. Perfect as a weed barrier. Yep, I use that for weed barrier outside of my garden when I started. That is why my mulch is freshly cut from trees. Yep, you know David know. Green leaves on it. Wood mulch will break down in a hot compost pile over time. May take a few years of sifting and separating to break them down. Yep, David says sounds like that's all it is. Life be life. Why is this like this? Wikishires. Y'all just passing some good information back and forth. I am here for it. That's what we are here for learning and learning from each other. And this is a perfect example of us, you may be weak in one area, you may know something, you may got something that I need. And a perfect example of us being stronger together. Not meaning that I'm all in your space, but you know, we learning how to get what we need from each other. Yes, it retains so much water. I'm definitely that's why I'm documenting it as I go because eventually I want to incorporate that into my garden. And I know it's not going to work for everybody, and somebody's going to have to tweak it to make it work for them, but I am definitely sharing my information with you guys. Definitely doing that. Hey, Stay Hall, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. What I want to get to is the science behind the information. Now, if I could get somebody from the LSU Ag Center to come test my soil in that pot, that would be amazing. That would be amazing because I'm curious to know what is in it. NPK depletion deletion degrades over time, most likely if your acidity growing food, your nitrogen is going to be most important part of each new year of the plant. PK is very heavy in soil. Y'all, did I get to the bottom? I got to the bottom! Yay! Okay. So y'all, I'm gonna do this last one and then we're gonna wrap it up because I think, let me see. I wanna say what today is. Today is Tuesday. I think let me check before I say it out my mouth. I think, girl, get it together. I'm coming. I thought I saw that African Dreaming was going live today. I saw it on Janet's community tab. Maybe I'm tripping. Or maybe I got the times mixed up. Okay. So the last one that I wanted to go over with you guys was the let me share my list. I gotta tweak my thing because I got me big. Remove myself. Yes. Add myself to this thing. Make me little. Tuck it out. Now tuck it out. Tuck it out. Tuck it out. Okay, so we talked about, I think that was figs. Was it figs? Let me look. Was it kinks? It wasn't watercress. The herb that we talked about that you use in combination with eloquent. Yeah, it was fig. So you can see here in our list, um, right here where it says that figs is, you can combine figs uh, in conjunction with elecamp. I think that's how you say it. Elecampne. Um, it is good for an expectorant, and we did not. Well, I did not know what that was, so I did some research on it. It's right here. We are going to. I didn't find a video on it, but I do have it here in my book, and I'm going to share that information with you guys. I also found a recipe for the syrup, Ellie Kelly syrup in my book. Let me show you which book that I found the recipe for. They make me big, so let me show y'all the book. So this book right here, there's a recipe for some um, cough syrup for the Eleclamp, and you can combine that with the fig, or you could just use the Eleclamp by itself. So the good thing about this book is in the front part of it, it gives you information on the herbs, and then in the back of it, it gives you recipes and measurements and everything for the recipe. So let me see if I can bring that so y'all can see. So that's the Elegant cough syrup, and I'm gonna type that and put it into our um, on our spreadsheet so you guys can have it. I got a lot of updating. I got to update. I didn't update as we were going along today, so I'm gonna update it um, sometime between today and tomorrow on our sheet so you guys can have it. So for that recipe for that syrup, all you need is 2 cups of. Let me see how Google say it, because I don't want to keep pronouncing it wrong. Unless Wikishot and I already put the prophetic pronunciation. What is it? Phonetics in the chat. Let me see. Elacampane. This is a pretty plant though. Let's see how Google says. Elecampane. Okay, that's how you say it. Elecampane. Elecampane. Y'all heard it? Elecampane. Elecampane. So all you need is 2 cups of elecampane tea and we say a pound of honey. So you combine the tea with the honey and heat it on low. Stir to dissolve the honey. When dissolved, remove the mixture from the heat. When it's cool, pour into a glass containers and seal it. So this is for a big batch. Then once you make the batch, how you take it is you take 2 tablespoons at a time as needed, up to 1 cup a day, and that's for coughs. But on to the um, information that we will need to add to our chart for that. It is. Let me pull the page up, y'all, because I think coming from inside to outside, I lost the page. And I will get to the chat in 1 second. Ella Company. Mm, 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 mm. I hope y'all have enjoyed the live so far and we have learned some things. We're going to probably continue, um, do another one tomorrow. Since I'm off tonight, I don't know. We might do another one tonight. I'll have to see, depending on. No, because I got a meeting tonight. So we got the community garden going, and I'm gonna have to do a live when I go over there. I'll probably go live and show y'all the progress of the community garden we um got going over there. So okay, page 107. I'll probably go. Well, I ain't gonna probably. I'm gonna go live and let y'all see what we got going on at the community garden. We're going over there to clean it up tonight, and just tidy up a little bit. So elecampane is used to treat respiratory infections, mainly in the upper respiratory. It's good for helping you stimulate you to cough, to clear up mucus. It's safe for children and the elderly. So mainly, specifically, chest, upper airways that chest infections that it clears up is chronic bronchitis, bronchial asthma. I definitely need to find this because I have my Greek Mountain Mint and I have my mullein because my son has asthma, so I have those. So I'm definitely going to add this to my pantry for him. Says it is particularly useful because it both soothes the bronchial tube lining and is an expectorant. So it means it helps you to cough, but also lubricates, keep your airways, your airway moist. It's mildly bitter. It also is helpful in improving digestion and helps your digestive system to absorb nutrients. It says it can be taken as a tonic herb for digestion. It stimulates your appetite. It relieves dyspepsia, so that's just painful in your stomach, where it's from ulcers or whatever issues you have in your stomach that causes pain. It also treats worms. Oh, it says this was also used in the past to treat tuberculosis and tonsillitis because it's an antiseptic. Hmm. Okay, so let me see if it has. It told me to go to page 310. So some remedies. Do not take elecampane during pregnancy. Okay, so I will definitely add that to our list. That is all the herbs that I had to go over with you guys for today. I will update that information in our spreadsheet. Let's see, what did I miss? A few comments. Wiggy Shot says, I'm still learning about seed saving. Less I grow, the more I can save. Way too much happening in the gardening this year. Yes, you might want to get up on that seed saving because after the way things are going, they are, seed prices are going up. Dollar Tree finna get ready to go up on their prices. And who is that? Okay, that's my mom. I gotta go shopping. I gotta go make groceries, y'all. So, seed prices are going up, and after a while, they trying to make certain things illegal. I already know that they got it in where you can't share seeds in some places. So you want to make sure you have your seed library because after a while, they're gonna in the if you're gonna be depending on the store to have certain things, they won't have it. So they want to get us back into a corner to where we only will have certain things, and those certain things will be what they grow and how they grow it. So, and the GMO stuff are coming out, so you want to make sure that you have your seeds saved, so you won't have to be forced to go to the store and buy these GMOs and grow them. Well, where they do that at, but so I just would encourage you, everyone, to do your seed saving. I got my broccoli out there because I know my family loves broccoli. So I got mine. It didn't grow. I was hoping that we get broccoli, fresh broccoli for the spring, but the up and down temperatures, broccoli doesn't like it in my area. So I just let it go to seed and I'm gonna collect my seeds and we'll be doing good. Thank you, David. Sugar doing well with these herbs. Keep going. Thank you and thank y'all for helping me. We all learning this together. So I appreciate all of you. 2025, I'll limit what we grow. I want to have 2025 all about seed saving and growing. Yes. Well, good luck to you on that. Wish you well with that, Wickshire. Yes, David, she should be more. She is should be more people in here. Oh, it's okay. We getting it. We getting it in. Everything ain't for everybody. Ella campaign. Ella campaign. Dave, so far as we are growing one, oh Lord, what watermelon plant this year? Okay, are you in the watermelon wars, Wickshire? I just don't want. I just don't have the resources to support a second plant. I want success this year. 20 gallons of superstar, and I have. What kind of watermelons are you growing, Wickshire? One plant should be okay. Yeah, I know it will be huge. Yeah. Hi, Sugar Sissy, everyone in the chat. Yeah, we spoke to State Hall. David, retarded. Leave growing watermelons to Texas if you have success this year. Let me see. What's next? That's their conversation, y'all. I'm all up in their business. Cece was telling y'all, behave. Ah, Sandra, living a full life. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. She said, thank you. That no problem. Let me make sure I ain't miss nobody question while y'all uh beating y'all chests back and forth about the watermelon. Make groceries or go make them. I gotta go make groceries. Ah, I gotta go make groceries. That's how we say. Hey, looking forward to welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Right, Sylvia. They won't. they they won't want us to start registering our garden. That's how we're gonna be. What garden? Well, I don't have no garden. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, they just trying to make it harder and harder for us. But you know, there's always a way around it, and we can figure that out. So, guys, how you make groceries at the store? I go make them. I'll go pick them up and put them in my basket and bring them home. That means I made them. I gotta go get paper goods and stuff for the house, so I gotta do that, and I'm gonna go do that now. But I thank you guys for being here to plant more. Elsewhere says heading out to plant more garlic and green beans. Yes, I gotta get some. I'm gonna grab some garlic too because I have garlic in my garden, but not as much as I want. I have plenty onions in there. Now I went back after them bugs tore up my broccoli. I have that. I planted some more ginger, so I gotta get. I'm gonna grab maybe two garlic bulbs and plant the cloves today. So I thank y'all for being here. I thank y'all for coming in. going on, Texas Lala? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And most importantly, we want to thank you guys for your input. Like I always say, this is open-ended discussion. We are learning from each other, and that's how we grow together. You tell me, and I tell you, and we learn from each other. Always share your information with somebody else. Always encourage somebody else to grow as well, and not only encourage them to grow, but explain to them the importance. Oh Lord, J3 just dropped a video, said, "I'm coming for you, Cropper." I'm gonna go watch it when we get off of here. And Tampa Creek just went live, so I'll be listening to her while I'm going shopping. So again, y'all, continue to grow, continue to learn. We're going to continue this series. I'll be live either again tonight when y'all want to do a jam session tonight because I'm off work tonight, and then we'll definitely do another herbs session tomorrow between 11 and 12. So y'all go get y'all stuff, grab your books and stuff, and do your homework so we can learn some more and continue to grow together. All right. I thank y'all for all y'all input. Thank you for being here. I thank y'all for sharing out the live. Thank y'all for hitting that like button. And thank you for coming back and forth with me. Stay hard, come on tonight. Let me see. Did she answer us? Thanks for sharing. Oh, no problem. Thank you for coming. Just gifted. All right, Wicked Shaw, you gonna let David put you to the edge. Your wife gonna put you out. Try to grow all that stuff. You too, Miss Sandra. Stay safe and you be blessed. Let's see. Yes, ma'am. Did she say what you call him? Did Stay Hall say she was okay? CC said, yeah, let's jam. Okay, we're gonna jam tonight. Tampa goes live at 9:30. Um, so after Tampa, if y'all still up, we'll jam a little bit. CC, you will be second place after David. After I take. Oh Lord, oh Lord, this about to be a fight. She said, if a lady, I don't mind. Oh, okay. Well, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for y'all support. I am gonna go and watch Tampa, and I will see y'all later tonight at Tampa's Creek, 9:30 tonight, and then we'll jam afterwards. And then I will also see y'all tomorrow between 11 and 12 for more medicinal herbs. Okay. I appreciate y'all, and I will see y'all in these YouTube streets. Later.